Welcome. This is just a little yoga class, just under 30 minutes long. We work the legs, we work a little bit of core. It's just a nice kind of all-round energizing class with me falling over a lot. So great comedy value. All right, enjoy. All right, so we're going to get started in child's pose. So sending the bum back, reaching the hands forwards. Dropping the skull into the floor and just having a moment to really sort of appreciate and feel the breath moving through the body. Let's take one more deep breath there. And then coming up onto all fours. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, push the spine towards the ceiling, making this really sort of delicious. And let's do it a few more times. Inhale, lifting the chest, lifting the tailbone. And exhaling, getting that sense of pushing the ground as you come into the cat. Maybe even a little bit of sort of gently pulling the palms towards the knees on the cow. One more time, so not super prescriptive, do what you need here. And then coming into neutral spine. Taking a little bit of a shift forwards and back over the hands, so we're just kind of warming up the wrists and then turning this into a little bit of a circle. We're not going to spend too much time on our wrists today, but always good to give them a little bit of TLC. And again, all right, back into the center. A little spinal undulation now, so maybe watch the first one if you feel like you need to, or follow along. Shift the hips back, coming onto the fingertips, tucking the tailbone, inhale. And then placing the palms flat onto the ground, diving the head forwards, and it's like you're licking the floor as you come forward, chest lifts, and back again. So I like to sort of describe this as like as cat-cow, but in a washing machine. And we're definitely trying to listen a little bit to how the spine is feeling, you know, so like noticing the bits where it feels really sticky, the bits where it feels like you don't have very much motion, and moving into the places which need a little bit more space. And now we'll reverse direction, so we go forwards, licking the ground again. Hope you've washed your yoga mat. And another 2 or 3, just remembering that my counts are never exact, so feel free to kind of colour in between the lines. And last one. This time we pull forwards, push the shoulders away from each other, lift the knees away from the floor, high plank position or high plank pose, pushing down into the ground, holding here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift back downward facing dog. A little bit of a pad through the feet if you need it. Now we're coming into some down dog ripples. So, lifting the heels, lifting the tailbone high, ripple and roll your way forwards, high plank, bend the legs at the knees, pull the hips back towards the heels. 2 more of these. Remembering that you can actually put your knees down as you come back if you need to. And 1 more. And then from here, we'll take another little walk through the legs, but this time walking the feet towards the top edge of the mat. Finding yourself at the front edge, relaxing the head, the neck and the shoulders. A little sway from side to side, feeling your body. Inhale, let the spine be breathed by the breath, and exhale to melt down. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, chair pose. Pause here, shift your hips back. So we're going to be here potentially longer than you'd like to. I've got the timer on now. We're spending 40 seconds in our chair pose, and I'll go really fast because I'm going to talk you through it. So, in your chair pose, make sure the legs are wide for this one. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your legs. Push your knees outwards against your hands, and the hands outwards, and the hands inwards towards your knees. So you've got this out of the knees, and the hands push in. We're trying to light up those outer hips and the glutes, and we hold here. You've got another 10 seconds left from now. 10, 9, lifting the toes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, stand tall, sweep the hands up. Exhale, forward fold, maybe with soft knees. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Left toes point towards the earth. Exhale, place your left toe down onto the floor, left knee onto the floor. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the heart center. Exhale, hands come down, framing your front foot. Push the floor away as you sweep your right leg all the way up into the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, left knee across, right knee across to your left elbow. Inhale, send it all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, place it down. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, left knee through the heart center, really rounding the back, step it forwards. Inhale, little lift. Exhale, step your foot forwards. Inhale, rise to the sun. Move ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, right toes down, right knee down. Place it down carefully. Inhale, big lift here. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, left leg reaches back. Exhale, left knee to right upper armpit. Inhale, leg pushes back. Exhale, leg down. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee to the nose. Stepping it forwards. Inhale, little lift. Exhale, step your back leg in. Inhale, rise to the sun. Watching out for the light fittings. And exhale, sweeping back into your chair pose. Just here for a little minute. We're going to grab our feet, place them towards each other. Sending the hands forwards or alternatively hands into the heart center. Press down really strongly into your left leg. Lift your right heel. I'll show you from the side. Lifting that heel up. Send your weight really, really far back, and then come to the tip of your toe. And then see if you can lift that foot off the floor and bring the ankle just slightly in front of you. Your supporting ankle is going to be, working really, really hard, as well as that supporting glute. Place the toe back down, heel back down. Inhale, stand tall, and back down. So back into that same place, shifting across to the other side, lifting your other heel away from the floor. Swapping sides, coming onto the tip of that toe, shifting the weight back, and I can feel my ankle really having to work hard here, but also that glute, and then take the toe off, and we're just like kind of chilling in the hot seat for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Toe down, pull the foot down, heel down. Inhale, reach tall, stretch your bodies. Exhale, forward fold towards the mat. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, left toes down. Inhale, high crescent lunge this time. Pausing here just for a moment, feeling the ground underneath you, squeezing your inner thighs together, and maybe even pushing that front foot forward so you get really, really stable. Hands come down. Send your right leg up into the sky. Right knee across to the left upper armpit. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, place it down. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee in through the center of the chest, step it down. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Ooh. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, step your back foot forwards. And we'll exhale to relax down. Straight onto the second side. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, right toes down. Inhale, high crescent lunge, left foot forwards. And again, we're finding that kind of squeeze. We're pressing maybe down into the front foot. Finding that reach, inhale. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, left leg sweeps up. Exhale, left knee across to right upper armpit. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, place it down. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, right knee to nose. Step it forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, my halfway lift, I'm in high crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, step the back leg forwards. Exhale to relax. Inhale, chair pose. This time we sink towards the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bum finds the floor. Feet come out. Tuck your shorts in. And maybe we're finding our boat pose here. Now, option, you can have the toes on the floor. You can be on top of the sit bones, as in like a really classic boat pose. Or if you like, you can have a tiny little rounding through the lower back. Work out what works for your back. And then maybe we expand the legs here as well. We hold here for 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring one elbow, bring the other elbow towards the floor. Draw your knees into the chest. I want you to think about tucking your tailbone here, drawing your ribcage towards your hips so you've got a sense of core connection. push the ground away, send your toes forwards towards the floor, and then squeeze them back in. And forwards to the floor, and squeeze them back in. So they only go as low as you can keep that sense of tuck of the tail. Keep going. So just to kind of reiterate, our lower back isn't moving. We're keeping it really, really strong and stable here. Using whatever breath you need. And then if you'd like to make it a little bit more challenging, you can lengthen the legs and have a longer lever here, which will make it a little bit more difficult. I've got sweat in my fringe. How attractive. Let's do 2 more here. Just doing what you can today. Last one. And then drawing the knees back into the center of the chest, popping yourself back into your boat pose, lifting the arms maybe, lifting the legs maybe, and then we'll cross the legs, step or jump your feet backwards, high plank position. We hold this for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming down onto the forearm, so we're in forearm plank. 10 seconds again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay the body down into Sphinx pose. Give yourself a little moment through the lower belly. And then we're going to come into baby cobra. So I suggest either tucking the toes, lifting the knees off, or pressing the tops of the feet down. Hollow the lower belly as if there's a tiny little ice cream underneath your lower belly. Hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale. And then exhale, lift. So some people actually find it easier to fill the belly with air here. But personally, I find that doesn't really help my lower back. So I think about lengthening the tailbone away. Rather than coming up into a back bend, I send the head forwards. Maybe I take the hands off the floor and I roll the shoulders up and back. The legs are super engaged. If you're okay here and you want a little bit more, maybe you take the toes off and you check on your buns of steel. Inhaling. And exhaling to relax down. Hands underneath your shoulders. Press back either into knees down press up position or high plank. Up to you. Shift back, downward facing up. From here, lift the heels but soften the knees. We take 3 little bunny hops, so really, really small. You can of course just lower in and lift your knees towards the floor. That's also a really good variation. In fact, maybe walk your feet a little closer. So, whee! Another 2, left, 1, and then we'll step or jump our feet wide to our hands. So now we're in this super fun little squat position. Sink your weight back into the heels, bring the hands off. And we'll rise up. And then we'll come back down. So coming down into this beautiful squat. Oh yes, really, really good for our hips and our glutes. Really important action here is squatting. For many reasons. Let's do another few, and I'm just getting a sense of kind of easing through the joints, actually pushing through the feet. Last one. We'll sit, we'll pause here, little pulse. 5, 4, can't resist, can I? 3, 2, 1, stand tall, jump or step the feet in, front edge of the mat. Let's go. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, folding or rolling down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to melt down. Hands into the floor, stepping back, high plank position. Knees down or not, we lower down. We're coming back up again though, by the way. Chaturanga, and push. Another 2 more, and push, that's it. Last one, coming through up dog or cobra option. Shifting back, downward facing dog. Beautiful work, guys. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, bend your leg at the knee, squeeze your heel in towards your glute, curl your back forwards, step the foot down in between the hands. Frame your front foot with your fingertips, pull your left thigh back really, really strongly, digging down into that front heel. Lift your upper body and give me that kind of like shoulders squeezing behind, hands wrapping towards the midline. Press down into that front heel and kind of squeeze it in. And you'll notice that that front hip moves back slightly and I squeeze my thighs together. Sweep the hands forwards and notice how that changes the sensation. And then sweep them back. Just 3 of these. Inhale, sweep the hands forwards. And exhale. Can we have a sense of really kind of energy rising through that fingertips as you bring the hands forwards? And relax, soften into your back knee. So now we're in a lunge with a little bit more softness through both knees. Okay. Have a little bit look at this first one, potentially, or just, go with it. We are going to drop down into that back knee, push forwards, warrior 3-esque, and then refine that back knee behind us. About 5 times, so maybe you go with me now. I push forwards, I send the skull forwards, I try and find the foot, and back down. That's it, guys. Let's do another 2, maybe. As I'm going quite slowly. Oops. Ooh. And back down. And last one, and this is where all of my kind of alignment stuff is like, and back down. Beautiful. Refine this place. We'll push out through the back leg, bring the fingertips towards the floor, lift your right leg high, coming into standing split, which is maybe not where you want to be, but never mind. And then I'd like you to see if you can, in your imagination or in real life, take your fingertips off the floor. And usually I'd talk about kind of pulling the belly away from the front leg, and I'd talk about space in the hip, but just for now, I just want to see this balance working. And then hands back to the floor, place your back toe down, and then bring your left hand to the inner edge of your left leg. I'm just going to spin so that we can see what's going on. And then place your right foot down onto the floor really strongly, lift your right hand. And here I'm pressing my left thigh into my left upper arm. So I've got what's known as a facilitated stretch, and you can even make it stronger by like really pushing out. But remember, your knee has to push in. Take a breath, inhale, and then as you exhale, we come up, warrior 2, getting a sense of maybe opening and then dropping the arms so that we have that sense of flying through the upper arm bones. This is your last flight. Well, it's not, we have the other side. Find the depth in the leg. Remember, this is a posture which is really about taking up space. It's called warrior for a reason. Get down nice and deep into that front leg, pressing down into your back heel. We're going to swap the distribution of force just for one moment. See what happens if you squeeze your feet in just a little bit. Notice how I just rose up, and then I'm pressing out, and then I rise up. So the inner thighs squeeze in, and then see again what it's like to push out. One more time. Neither one of these is right or wrong. It's just good to kind of play with this and give your body more options. Okay, we go. We bring our back foot in slightly. Left foot is forwards. Option to have your blocks here, which I should have mentioned, but here they are. Or option to do no blocks. Shift forwards into your front leg, and that shifting hopefully will help you to counterbalance, lift that back leg up. I'm just going to move back slightly so that I'm in the lights. Ooh. Yeah, and you find a half moon that is working for you. Obviously I'm staring at the screen, and then that's tipping me out of balance, but remember, some days feel really great with balance, and then some days not so much. Hold for another 3, 2, and 1. Rotate towards the floor. Find internal rotation of that right leg, so knee points towards the floor. Soften into your left leg. Bring your right toe back. I'm going to swap directions again. Oh, block fell over. Okay. So, shifting into your left leg, bring your right knee up. Whoops. Yeah, so we've got the right knee lifted, pulling it in as close as we can. Twist your upper body towards that right knee. And then rotate to the left as your right leg steps back. We bring our right arm down towards the left thigh, pushing them in towards each other. Maybe you make your little yoga prayer shape here. Have a look down at your toes. Are they spread? Do you feel your heel grounding down? Lift from the lower belly. We shift forwards. We take that back leg off. Whoops. And we see if we can balance. It may not come off. That's okay. And we hold here for 3, for 2, for 1. Step your back foot forwards. Unravel your arms. Stand up. Release the arms for a moment. Close your eyes. Stand into your legs and just kind of feel the difference between right and left. So we're on the other side now. Take a big inhale, sweep your hands up. Oh, stretching both sides of the body and front and back. And then we exhale, forward fold. You can soften, you can roll. And then we'll step back straight into downward facing dog this time. Pressing the hands and the feet away from each other. Ooh, little click there. And then inhale, sweep your right leg towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bending the leg at the knee, squeeze the heel in as much as possible. We start to bring that foot forward, stepping it down in between the hands. From here, we ground down into the front foot, pulling that back thigh, that front thigh backwards. I always do that at the beginning and then sort of lose it throughout the pose, but see if you can maintain that better than me. And then we bring the hands behind as we start to lift the belly away from the front thigh, squeezing the thighs towards each other. Really kind of getting that sense of the ground underneath as we begin the arm sweeps here. So squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. Inhale to sweep the hands forwards. And exhale back. Nice and long through the spine. 2 more times, big reach. Inhale. And exhale. And then last one, inhale to reach. And exhale, dropping softly into that back knee. And we go into our kind of like warrior 2 lunge drop thing. So we shift forwards into that front leg, and as you do so, the back leg comes off, we push through the back heel, and then land back down nice and softly. 5 of these. So this is 4, and 3, and 2, last 1, oops, and then we'll bring the fingertips towards the floor, finding standing split, kicking that left leg up towards the ceiling, pulling the belly in. Maybe we take the fingertips off the floor as we may have done on the first side. Even if you didn't, it's always fun to give it a go, so you can sort of take whatever things you want off. And you know, it's quite interesting to see what the ankle's doing. And we'll pause here for just a little bit longer. And then softening into the leg, place the toe down onto the floor. We bring our right hand to the inner edge of the right leg, spin that left foot down, and we start getting into our side angle. So we press the front arm into the front thigh, and then it should press back like a little delicious little sandwich, pressing them towards each other. A cheese toasting machine, vegan obviously, or gluten-free or whatever. And then from here, that left arm reaches up, we push down into the bottom foot to come up and find our warrior. And again, kind of adjusting to what's feeling good for you today. I quite like to shift my hips slightly back and finding, like we did on that first side, you know, does it feel good for you to actually press the feet away, or do you like that sense of gently squeezing in? And we'll stay down here just a little bit longer, taking up space. Alright, doesn't need to be perfect, let's just be here in the legs. Breathing, feeling the spine reaching towards the sky. You can pretend you've got this sky here behind you. And now we're going to fly. We're going to fly. So you might want to bring that back leg in. I'm going to bring my front foot forwards just to a better view. And we shift forwards into the front leg. When we get that sense of counterbalancing. Now, it may have taken you 1 or 2 more goes, or you may have got there already, and maybe you've got your block, which made me fall over getting that block, but yeah, whatever it is that you're using here. And yeah, I'm not too dogmatic about this pose. I like to get that sense of what it is to ground down into the bottom foot and to get the sense of extension through the legs. And we hold it for another 3, 2, and 1. Bring both fingertips towards the floor. Bend into your right leg. Place your left toe down onto the floor. Refine that lunge. Pause. Shift into your right leg. Draw your left knee into the center of the chest. Pulling it in really strongly. Twist your ribs across to your left knee. And then when we rotate back around to the center, we rotate to the right hand side as your left foot steps back. And we bring that left upper arm bone against the inner edge, the outer edge of your right thigh, pressing them towards each other, squeezing the thighs inwards, sending the skull forwards. And we're going to see if we can shift forwards and balance on this front leg. 3, 2, and 1. Ooh. Yeesh. Yeah, and maybe the back toe comes off, maybe it doesn't. Maybe you're having a really great balance day. Maybe you're having one of those days like me where you're not finding it so easy, but that's okay because the body's different every single day and we just kind of accept what is. And we hold for another 3, 2, 1. Step your back foot forwards, unravel the spine, come up to standing, shake out your legs, shake out your arms, shake out the ankles, actually let the body wiggle and jiggle a little bit. And then closing the eyes, settle yourself down into the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands down through the heart center. Feel your skin, feel your heart beating, maybe against the thumbs. As we press our palms together in symbol of a practice which is about connection rather than perfection and wholeness. Wholeness rather than kind of anything else. Pressing the palms together a little bit more, take an inhale. And exhale, gently nod the chin down. Thank you very much, guys. Hope you enjoy getting your yoga on today. Feel free to now come down into Shavasana if you have time. I hope you have time. Just a little kind of 5-minute lie down. Turn the lights off. Turn your phone off. And just give yourself a few moments to breathe. Thank you. See you all again soon.